All right, let's talk about something every dog owner has seen. You know the moment? That slightly awkward yet totally routine greeting where two dogs meet and, yep, they go straight for a sniff of each other's rear end. Today we're going to break down what's really going on with this very curious canine handshake.
I mean, we've all been there, right? You're at the dog park, your dog meets a new friend, and before you know it, they're deep in this very personal investigation. To us humans, it can seem pretty weird, maybe even a little embarrassing. But for them, it's just how you say hello.
But here's the thing. What looks like a bizarre ritual to us is actually a super important form of communication. That little sniff isn't just a casual, hey, how's it going? It's a full-on conversation, packed with all the information a dog needs to understand who they're talking to.
To really get to the why of it all, you first have to appreciate how dogs experience the world. It all comes down to their nose, which honestly is less of a sense and more like a full-blown superpower.
Think about it this way. Our world is mostly visual. We see things. A dog's world, on the other hand, is built on smells. They are experiencing this incredibly complex tapestry of scents all the time. They're basically smelling in high definition, picking up on a whole universe that we are completely oblivious to.
And their sense of smell isn't just a party trick. A huge part of a dog's brain is dedicated just to processing scents. It's about 40 times larger than the same area in our brain. So for them, their nose is their #1 tool for gathering intel on everything and everyone around them.
So, what kind of top-secret information are they actually getting from this greeting? Well, it's way more than a simple hello. They're essentially reading what you could call a scent identity card.
And that phrase, scent identity card, is perfect. It's like a chemical business card. You see, dogs have special glands back there that produce a totally unique chemical signature, and that signature tells a whole story about them.
And with just one sniff, they download a massive amount of data. It's a complete profile. They can tell the other dog's gender, a pretty good idea of their age, their health, their mood, like if they're anxious or calm, and even their reproductive status. It's an incredibly efficient way to get to know someone.
So in the dog world, this isn't rude in the slightest. In fact, it's the polite, standard way to do an introduction. It's a non-confrontational way to gather all that need-to-know information before they decide how to interact.
And get this, it's not just a dog thing. This kind of scent-based communication is all over the animal kingdom. Cats do it, hyenas do it, lots of animals use scent to communicate, which just shows how important it is for social bonding and survival.
But okay, as dog owners, we know this behavior isn't always great. Sometimes it gets a little excessive, or maybe it's aimed at a person, and that's when a perfectly natural behavior can start to become a bit of a problem.
So how do you know when to be concerned? Where's the line between a normal doggy how do you do and something that's maybe socially awkward or even a sign that something else is going on?
Well, there are a few reasons why this behavior might go into overdrive. It could be from poor socialization, meaning the dog just never really learned proper canine etiquette. But it could also be a territorial thing, a way of seeking attention, or even a sign of a medical issue, like problems with their anal glands.
The good news is you can definitely manage this. It's all about being proactive. It starts with early socialization, using positive reinforcement when they offer a polite greeting, and learning how to spot the signs and redirect their attention before the sniffing goes too far. Ultimately, understanding this behavior does more than just help us manage it. It actually helps us bridge that communication gap with our pets, and that makes us better, more tuned-in owners.
I mean, this quote really hits the nail on the head. When we take the time to learn their language, even the parts that seem a little odd to us, we strengthen that bond. We're showing them respect for how they see the world, and that's huge.
So the next time you're at the park and you see this happening, don't just write it off as a weird dog habit. See it for what it truly is, a rich, complex conversation. You're not just watching two dogs sniffing, you're watching them get to know each other. And now you have a pretty good idea of what they're talking about.